Hey, it's your boy DD758 Sakafet. To all my subscribers, I like to say thank you. And to all my new subscribers, I like to say thank you. Don't forget to hit the like button and don't forget to leave a comment. So, life after lockup. Let's get to it. We got John and the village people. I've been telling you guys for the longest while. John got a village. And then little by little, we're just seeing people that showing up, showing up, showing up. And look, we got a whole community at this house. But I like what his daughter said when his daughter said she give them 1 year to be together because the daughter must be know her dad's track record, and then she know that he's not somebody that will probably stay in a relationship for too long. Let's not talk about that whole situation or that whole nightmare we TV put us through because I could have spent I had nightmares after I saw a whole bedroom scene. We TV need to give us the next time give us a warning that they're going to have that type of bedroom scene because ain't nobody want to be seeing that. That was just scary to me. I had nightmares after that. I don't know. I went to bed crying after I saw that because that was just a whole train wreck. I don't never want to see that bedroom scene again. And then we ended up in a situation where the mom started telling Christiana what's going on, and the mom explained to Christiana that she suspects that Tara and John are messing around, which is true. We all know that. And Christiana, I can't believe what Christiana said. Christiana said she messed with Tara, baby daddy, back then when she was drunk, when she was drinking. So it can be maybe Tara as it's a payback what Tara is doing. It can be a vendetta she have against her sister. You never know, but it is what it is. And the mom spoke about the money issue that John is probably doing something else other than the job he's doing because he have the amount of vehicles he bought and what he's doing. Whatever he's doing, let's just hope he don't get caught and end up back locked up. I'm done with John and the village people. So we got Quaylen and Chevelle. 30 days to get married. Why is she pushing it so much? Because he he proposed to her, which was fine, and she's pushing it. And then let's not talk about the way she was talking to Quaylen's mom, Chevelle. I wish Chevelle grew up in the Caribbean. I'm telling you. Because you know what Chevelle need right now after talking to her mom and Quaylen's mom like that? Reconstructive surgery for a jawbone. Because Caribbean moms don't play that. You cannot do that. Like she's going on, she's being rude about it, showing the mom the ring. Oh well, she's the one that she's you put a ring on it and like she's okay, well like she's like she can talk to her how she wants. No, Chevelle, you need to have respect. And then she wants to blame Quaylen for not checking his mom. But the guy, what did the guy mom said? Both the moms are not willing to see them get married so fast because they don't believe that the two of them would get it right. They need some time. They need to do take the time to get to know each other better and stop with this rushing because that's how women end up get or people end up getting divorced. Relationships don't work. You need to take the time to get to know someone. And Quaylen and Chevelle are really moving too fast. They're moving too fast. And when she spoke to her mom tell her stop the foolishness. And I agree with both of the moms. I would not support a marriage like that because it's really too soon. Give it some time, let it grow, let the love grow, and then we'll see how it goes. Let's talk about Puppy and Amber. Well, I did a show, but I did a show. I think it was on the third episode with Puppy and Amber, and Puppy and Amber. Puppy needs to let go of Amber. What happened in prison stays in prison. You're out. You try to get on with your life. Try to get your life going. Stop thinking about what happened in prison because Amber is not ready to be in a relationship like that. And she's like, "Can we go to Vegas and get married?" I was like, "Come on, Puppy." But it looks like it's really affecting her. Some people say it's not. I think it is affecting her. That maybe that's why she's drinking so much. And the Three Musketeers, they're done. I'm just saying, I think they're done. But Puppy, get yourself together. Amber is getting herself together. Get yourself together and bounce. Don't try and stick around. Amber got this guy, her boyfriend coming out of jail. Sammy, try and get your life together, puppy. But last but not least, she's living her best life. She ain't going back and forth with you, but she is going back and forth with Michael. She's living her best life. That's what she's living. A sweet dream and a beautiful nightmare. And I can't believe, how did I get into the mix? She's like Michael, like the Didi. I was like, Didi? I was like, whoa, how did I get into that mess? You understand? So I can understand. And then the friend now, when she said Michael likes the Didi, the friend eyes just like the ding 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 ding. The friend's eye lighter. The friend didn't don't like Michael, but it looked like maybe the friend was contemplating or thinking about the Didi, if you get what I'm trying to say. But Sarah, you got two daughters you got to think about. You know Michael's routine. Michael don't stick around. Michael just come around to get what he wants and he's out. For a couple of days, enjoy some pleasure, enjoy the fun, like double mint gum, and then he's out. So you need to just figure out what you want and what's best for your daughters, Sarah, because that relationship is just not healthy. And you have two daughters in that. It's like Chevelle mom said, she's going to make her daughter inherit the same behavior that she has with Michael. And when she inherits that, then your daughter's going to just be the same way like you. And that's not good. Thank you, Bonnie, for the super chat. I appreciate that. So, like I said, I don't know how did I get in the mix. How did Didi get in the mix? Someone, maybe in the comments, you can tell me how Didi got in the mix. And she called Malcolm. And I think she should just tell Malcolm she wants to have an open relationship with him and Michael. And problem solved. But you cannot try and look for a serious relationship and expect, like, the way you and Michael go about this relationship, expect to have somebody serious in your life. You will never have somebody serious in your life because you and Michael are doing way too much, Sarah. And Sarah, I'm done with Sarah. I really don't like what she's doing. Like I said, she was on Cheryl's World. She gave an interview, and the person you've seen on the TV is so different. And that's really bad. Thank you, Uncle Perry, for the super chat. Yeah, so it's a hot mess. So let's see what you guys got to say about this. Let's touch base on them. I got my girl with me, Kia. What's up, Kia?
Hi, Dee Dee. How are you?
Hi. Thank you, Darren, for the super chat. So what do you have to say about Sarah and Michael?
Oh, Sarah, she want to play like she's in control, and she been thinking she think. Let's go over be real. Sarah thinks she been in the hood too much. She's like, girl, you not ready for this. So some of the stuff she say, even when she was messing with the girl from whatever, I forgot the girl name from the first season or whatever. But yeah. Sarah always becoming like she just, all the way hood. First of all, Michael not even all the way hood. Girl, he from Flint, right down the street from me. But anyhow, Sarah, she tried to play like she's tough. Like she tried to make it like, oh, well, we just had sex. First of all, he just put you in an open relationship that you didn't even know that you were getting into. He feel like it was okay. Like, oh, I just got me a piece and, thank you for your time. Girl, that's not really what you were feeling. So let's just be real. That girl, stop it. Sarah is just like sickening because she just want to keep on, I'm the wife, I'm this. But if it don't mean nothing, girl.
Yeah, and then she got her two daughters in that kind of situation. Like, what example is she setting for her daughters?
She's setting a bad example, but you married Michael. So with that example, like I said, everybody knows it's grown. And even when she was lying to her friend initially, when she was like, he's over here, be grown on it. And then she finally, when the friend seen her face to face and was like, tell the truth. Michael got that. And then she was like, well, I think it's a bad example. And she's letting him come in and out. And, he knows. First of all, let's go here. The new boyfriend. He came in there and sabotaged that. He didn't want Sarah. He just knew that she had a new boo. Like I said, he'd be on her Instagram and her Facebook. So as soon as he felt like she was doing something else, he slid back to New York real quick and knew she had a crush. And then he was just like, okay, we just friends with, benefit. That's your wife. And then
because look, Sarah is actually the first wife to actually be a wife on a side chick, and she accomplished it. I've never seen that in my life. But how can you be a wife on a side chick to the man you married to?
But she's wearing it well. You like when she went to the hotel, when he was with the girl in Florida, when she went there and the pool when he left with the other girl, Michael keep playing you and you looking stupid, but you think you're not looking stupid because I think she thinks she been in the hood or she got a black guy. Like, girl, that's not how it go in the real hood.
Oh boy, that situation, I don't know. Honestly, I'm done with Sarah because I just hope she changes that behavior for her daughters, and I hope her daughters don't. I don't even know why it's two daughters she have, but then it is what it is. She was blessed with two daughters, but then that whole situation with Michael, her daughters, and that guy Malcolm. If I was Malcolm, I'll just tell her, just let me know what's on your mind. Let me know what's up. So then when she let him know what's up, then he'll know what he's about. But there's not because Malcolm left, you call in Michael, and then you want to try and have something with the guy because Malcolm left. Because Michael left.
Malcolm knew he didn't have a chance. Because number one, that's why you tell people to get finished with what they're doing. So I understand that they were separated, but Malcolm should be like, you know what, sis, go ahead and take care of that business right there. Because again, now your baby daddy spending the night, it's still some type of connection, and she still gets too upset. She's still in love with the DD. She told the friend, like, listen, it got me gone. And the friend probably like, I might need to try it. I don't like Michael, but let me, I might need to try it out. But Malcolm didn't even have a chance, even if he was a nice guy. She didn't want him because she's still stuck on Michael. So Malcolm might want to just go ahead and sit down.
But when I heard she's in love with the DD, I was like, what? I was like, how did I get in that mix? I was like, I started looking around to find out, how did I do that? How did I get in that mix? Thank you, Michelle, for the super chat. That was just crazy when I heard that, and then they Googled it, and it's an enchanted Didi. I was like, what?
So that's nothing to be happy about. Like, he's playing you, and then it's still, you watched all the other seasons. So let's say you in the middle of it now, but watching the old season, how he continually play you, when you gonna get it? Like, boy, even if you want to have sex with your husband, just stay away. Like, it's tainted.
Let me see what Nana got to say about it. What you got to say about that, Nana? Sarah and Michael. Hi, Nana.
I'm so over these two. I am so over Michael and Sarah. So over them. I mean, Sarah I don't know whether she realizes or not, this man has no respect for her. Zero respect for this woman. And she keeps throwing herself back in the same situation. And for me, it would have been fine if she didn't have her kids, if she wasn't throwing her kids in that mess. It's like she's enslaved herself to him, I guess because of his DD. But she's also entangled her children in that mess. I mean, who does that? It's so immature. There's something really wrong with this whole situation. And he just irritates me. I don't know. He just irks me.
Well,
but I'm so over it. I'm so over it. They need to make their children a priority and stop playing games. It's a whole mess.
But anyway, let's talk about Quaylen and Chevelle.
Chevelle need to grow up. Point blank, period. I had to watch it again today just to make sure that I saw what I saw. But I was just like, first of all, I was, listening to you too prior to us coming on. That's just disrespectful. I don't care if his mother didn't agree with it or whatever. You go somewhere and sit down. And, I always consider age before I make a comment. So at this age, Chevelle know better. So it's just like, come on, Chevelle. For you to be, he's not, why are you treating his mother like the other side chick? That's what kind of to me, it felt like she was in a competition with the mother, like the mother was dating him. The mother just wanted what's best for her son, and you're like, all that tongue licking out, and you be like, what are you doing, girl? Chevelle.
Look,
Yeah.
anybody on this panel, thank you, Slycat, for the super chat. Anybody on this panel, would you ever talk to a grown person like that?
No.
And
hell no.
At one time, tell my ex-husband, he did make me mad, and I was like, you and your stinking mama or something. I didn't say it to his mama. I said it to him to get under his, whatever. But my mama told me I was wrong. She's like, you even wrong for saying it to him. And I had enough sense not to tell her, you're stinking mama.
I would never, and especially not over here in Africa. Like you can't do that. You wouldn't live to tell the tale. Let me just say that. You wouldn't live to tell. First of all, your jaw would be on a different continent because somebody would have smacked some sense into you. But also, I mean, you just can't. You don't upset the ancestors in that way. You just, you know better. I mean, as a grown up, there's a way that you speak to your elders, and there's a way that you. It's also a thing of self-respect. You don't speak to your future mother-in-law in that way. That was so cheap. And like Kia is saying, it's almost like she's, like I've won, trying to show her the ring.
Like she's showing off the ring.
Yeah, like I'm the main chick now,
Yeah,
she needs to stop with that nonsense.
But you notice when they were talking to her mom, when Quillen saw like maybe he don't think the situation is good, he left. That's what Chevelle had to do. Because you can't throw gasoline into a fire. And that's what Chevelle was doing. You and the mom don't have a good rap. All you need to do is slow it down, Chevelle, and let it go. But then you like, oh well, your mom don't like me. You already know the mom don't like you. So why are you doing this?
No.
Chevelle, baby. She has a lot of growing up to do. Chevelle, that's first of all, I don't know why Quaylen put her on speakerphone. You know the situation. Some people I know to not put on speakerphone.
Yeah.
Group chat, like even when we do group chat, you're like, let me make sure who's in this group chat. So you know certain people you cannot put on speakerphone. So he knew
exactly
his mother was gonna give. And she just stated the facts, like, okay, I don't agree, but I've already told you guys that. And that's when Chevelle went left. But yeah, I think he should have probably like called mama and by himself and say, hey mom, I just want to get the news.
I agree with you, Kia, but I think he also enjoys the attention. I think he's probably one of those people who, when there are two women fighting for him, it doesn't matter if it's his mother and his wife or whoever it is. As long as it's two women fighting for him, he feels important. And maybe he was getting some sort of validation from all of that drama, because even the way that he told his mom that they were engaged wasn't a conciliatory type of way. It was him looking for drama, because he knows his mother as well. He could have gone to another room and told her about it, but he chose not to.
So let's think about it this way. So you remember his family really didn't show support. So you remember early in the season that he was like kind of upset with them because they wasn't visiting and doing the things that you do to prison people or whatever, for prison people. So I think maybe he's trying to get back. So I can see that kind of like, okay, like payback, like, like, hey, I picked Chevelle. Y'all wasn't in your face type of thing. Because when he acted up that day when his sister, when he jumped up from the dinner table and went outside and started hitting the ground, you're like, what are you doing, sir?
That's actually a very good point. I think you're right.
When the mom said like Chevelle is going to inherit what she went through. When the mom said that, Chevelle is inheriting her behavior. Like she said when she was married, when she was like 20 something, and she said she and her husband marriage didn't work out. And Chevelle is basically inheriting what she's doing. So that's why the mom, I think Chevelle mom knows best. And that's why the mom is trying to make her think about it before she actually do it. Thank you, Crazy Lucian, for the super chat. But Chevelle needs to listen to her mom, because if your mom went through the same experience and your mom is trying to slow you down, nobody is saying they can't get married. You're going to get married, fine. But just slow it down. That's all the mom is telling her, because the mom went through the same thing, and look now, Chevelle is doing the same thing the mom did.
But whenever somebody's trying to rush, you have to ask that question. Why are you trying to rush? and it's a fear. So Chevelle is afraid that she put in all that time and he's gonna go off and be with someone else. So I guess she figured like, okay, if I hurry and marry him, that's why she's like, defiant to her mother, his mother. But again, why are you rushing 30 days? Like even when he came out, she would have got married like in the parking lot if she could have had the preacher there. Cause like, girl, slow down. And then you only known him in jail. So now you want to just bring him home to your daughter and just think you guys are going to live. You don't even know he barely have a job. He's cutting hair or something. So you don't even know if he's good with finances. You don't know how he really, handles himself under stress. She don't know anything of this. She just want to get married in 30 days.
Yeah, because that's exactly why the Chevelle mom said a real husband would not run whenever they have problems, because the mom sees like every time she and Quillan have a problem, he runs or he goes back to his mom's house. And the mom said that. The mom said, yo, you need to have a real husband, not someone every time you argue they leaves, because then how you're going to solve your problems? You want to be running all the time? Or like someone said in the comments, he lives in a suitcase.
Yeah. But this guy, he has a case of arrested development because he went into jail at what, 17?
Okay.
And so
yeah, 17.
He's his mental state kind of it must have hit a halt at that age, at 17. And so we can't expect him to think emotionally like an almost 30-year-old man. So for him, that's the way that he responds. So he needs many more years, a lot of therapy and, some sort of transitional therapy in order to know how to function in the free world. But he's just not ready. He's not ready.
And I can agree with that now also, because I'm going to tell y'all my truth. Y'all like, she around the way, girl, for real. So I got married in 30 days after prison, okay? I was like, he was out of prison, and I was like, let me hook up with you real quick. Get this before somebody else get it. That's what I was thinking. But it didn't work because he had needed that transitional period or, like the stuff, the jobs, or just get acclimated back. In jail, they tell you when to eat, when to sleep, when you can make a phone call. So for her to try to do that, it's like, slow down, sweetie. Speaking from experience, it's a lot. And just think about it. A felon can't get a real job. So then, every time they come back with their little mad application, they're like, oh. As a woman, you're sitting there like, dang, it's hard with love, but the love starts, dwindling when reality hits in that he can't do the things that you can do. Like even when, I wanted to stay in this certain apartment building. And I told you I'm hood bougie. But I was like, okay, we're gonna go stay over here. They was like, no, he can't stay here because he's a felon. So she's not even thinking about all these things that come into place. So I was like, Chevelle, slow down. 30 days.
But y'all think Quillan got that DD?
Well, when somebody been in jail that long, you just be like,
Quillan maybe got that DD, you never know that.
What not I said last week when we was talking about something else. She was talking about, you want to pick me. Everybody want to be first. Okay, yeah, I was the first one that, get that. I mean, just think about the DD. Just think about the concept. This guy been out since he was 17. She was like, okay, I want to get that first. I want to be yeah. It's like, guys, want to be a girl's first, with virginity. So that's almost like kind of a jail mentality for some females.
Mm-hmm.
So someone in the comments said no. All right.
Yeah, I don't know about Quillan. His mouth, that whole grill thing, I don't know. He just, I think it's Andessa that said that he just got dustier and dustier, after he left prison. There's something about him that looks like he hasn't had a shower in a long time.
Oh my God, there you go. No, but he actually made a video on his Instagram, and like, boy, it looked like he was venting about a lot of stuff, and he said, keep out your names. I really don't know who or what he was talking about, but it looked like he's not having a good time with what people have been saying from seeing him on the show. But then, in my opinion, if you put yourself out in a public eye on a TV show, what did you expect to happen? Like Chevelle. What did you expect to happen? People react to what they see. So if they see you on the show, you're being disrespectful to the guy's mom, you're being disrespectful to your own mom, and you're supposed to have a daughter, so you're supposed to be raising your daughter. How do you expect people to react? And then they don't want people to talk about them. But then it is what it is at the end of the day. I hope they get married
No, you
within the
we gonna
You
fall
hope
out.
they
yeah,
do.
because the reason why I hope they get married is because I know maybe they might be a divorce, but then you see when you see your parents tell you don't go to that shop, and then you go to the shop and you fall and you come back to the house and they still whoop you behind, that's what's gonna happen to Chevelle and Quilla. Because the parents are warning them, they're not listening. All right. You never see when you're a kid, your parents tell you don't jump the gutter. You jump, you fall.
Go here. Where does he work? Okay, where did he buy the ring?
I think he's pursuing a rap career.
Okay,
A rapper.
Didi. Okay, you see. Okay, her house like she had like a decent, like she's doing okay with him. If
Mhm.
she married him, I could see her like life just going all the way left. Because like you said, now you want to be a rap star, and then whatever. But how he's not making rap money? But okay, it's not gonna work out, Didi. I need you to take that back.
Nana, what you said the last time, you look like Lil Wayne. Who said that a baby?
I'm
It's
sorry.
like Birdman and Lil Wayne had a baby.
Who?
Birdman and Lil Wayne had a baby.
And they had Quaylen.
I don't see it. I just want her to just wake up and say I'm straight, because I just don't see it working out in her, in her benefit. I can see her just going all the way down. Now she got the pretty blue walls. You got a little, little something going on for yourself where you're advancing, and then you get him. I just can't see it going up from here.
All right. So what do you think about John? I want to John, Shane, and Lacy, but I didn't talk about them. But I think John's friend, the guy that brought him the ice cream, that's what you call a friend. Because he know John drinks, he know they just got out of prison, they were locked up. And well, he didn't bring him any drugs, he didn't bring him any alcohol, he just brought him some ice cream. That was so sweet.
So
I was like, oh.
So what happened? Let's rewind, Didi. The letter. So why did he hand deliver them? What happened to the post office? So why did he have to drive? I thought it was just me. So I was like, okay, he just drive past these people's house and just put it in the mailbox. What if they would have caught you?
Look,
syndrome.
he lucky it was in the 1670s, because you would have to use a bird. Put in the bird and just
he wouldn't have used a pigeon even then. He wanted to take that letter to the house. He wanted to be in the front of that house.
Exactly, I said, did he just drive past? Wait, first of all, okay, let's just start all jokes aside. Okay, the letter was not closure. Because sometimes you're not going to get closure from people. So you write Lacy a letter like, "Dear Lacy." Then you drop it off. So what was up with that? It's like, sorry, you could put a stamp on there and just be like, okay.
He licked it to leave his DNA, just in case there was any doubt. My DNA is on it, and it was the most passive aggressive letter I've ever seen.
You're killing me, boy.
No nothing.
Lacy for that. So we can talk about this episode, but Lacy, I'm not feeling Lacy, because you should have never brought John to the house that you moved in with your new boo. So now he knows where you're at. So now the new boo trying to change locks and all kind of stuff, and now John driving past in his truck, putting letters in the, like, why? He would have never known where you live, Lacy.
Exactly.
Well,
and I don't think she even knows the difference between them. Like she just, even when she's doing her interviews, she just calls both of them Sean. You don't know whether she's saying Sean or John. She doesn't know. She's not quite sure which one it is she's talking about. She's going to go back and forth between them for the rest of her life.
But why does Shane think? Sorry, Nana, sorry. But why does Shane think by putting new locks on the door?
So poor Shane. He's over his head, okay? Shane got caught up in some Lacy mess. Lacy is messy. She knows that she got those little, surgeries and, these things going that they like. And she, bats an eye. And she knows that she can get him. John, if she called John today, John's gonna be right back over there with Lacy in the house. So Lacy is manipulative, and her father, you know, like telling her like you need to be with Shane, but she likes this conflict. How you said what's Quaylen likes conflict. I think Lacy loves the conflict, and she likes to fight. You know, when you got the men, like when he was in the house in the bedroom, you got poor Shane about to get beat up by drunk John.
Yeah.
All Shane wanted to do was go to sleep, and you got this man coming in.
Yeah, but someone look, Bonnie said John is sprung, and I think I think he's because it's just so hard for John to let go. To be for a man to write a letter, because I'm telling you, as a man, you will not catch me writing a letter. I'm sorry, but for you to be so hurt for you to write a letter, then you sprung.
With no full stops, nothing. He was just on it. You know, when you just want to go. You want your feelings known.
Okay, so you guys are funny today. I can't with you guys. So, do you think it was because they known each other for so long? So maybe like that's why they're so like attached. You know, she can't get enough of John.
Definitely. I think
you're
absolutely right, Kia. I think because of Lacy got the
devil pee.
No, but yeah, I think you're absolutely right, because they've known each other since high school, and I think they were each other's first love. And a lot of people get stuck in that place. A lot of people think that because you've loved each other for so long, then it's meant to be. Sometimes people are there for a season or a reason. You know, it doesn't have to be for the rest of your life. Just because you've known him from, say, age 13 and you were in love when you were 13 years old and now you're 33, that you still have to hang on to the same dude. No. You know, what is she hanging on to? This guy has been in and out of prison so many times. He's not somebody that seems like he's genuinely committed to changing his life and to leading a straight life, you know. So what is it that she's wanting for herself and her children? And Shane, as young as he is, he seems like he's on the straight and narrow, and I think that's why her father keeps pushing for Shane. But John, he may be a good time, he may be exciting because he's a bad boy, but come on, at her age, you have to get over that bad boy syndrome. Stop looking for a guy to bring you excitement. Look for stability.
Exactly. Excuse me. Exactly. Well, what's about, we got Christiana, Tara, and John in the village. John got a whole village. Where are those people coming out of? Because we just seen more and more people coming out of that house. So I'm trying to figure out how many bedrooms does that house have? Because there must be a village somewhere in that house.
Didi, first of all, I was surprised that who watched the show. So how did they even know to like write in and say they want to be on the show? Because John looked like he just like out in the woods, you know, just doing all kind of stuff. Because when he got out of jail, like, well, there's too many people at the house. We're gonna have a little, you know, relationship, you know, sex right now. So they on a tree. I'm looking like y'all too old for that. Like, so John is a little, because you know he's like, we say he's what Indian? What did he say? He said he's something. Help me out.
He's an Indian.
He claims he's Amerindian. He's Native American.
Yeah, but he said it has something to do with his religion or something he's claiming or whatever when he got married to her. Because, you know, I'm like, how did you get married in the back of a truck when they were saying tribal? Whatever they said, it was like real serious. So, John, I trust him. Like I said, his kids, like this lady is in the house. But the fact that John was being extra nice to her sister and she knew that something was up, because when she first asked him, like, oh, did my sister flirt with you? So she knew what time it was. But why would you invite your sister to move with you if you know your sister is cut like that, or you know you slept with your sister's ex, baby daddy, or whatever?
Exactly. No, she knew. That whole situation is so dodgy, my goodness. But for me, the thing that I found a little bit funny was when her mom was snitching, because I was kind of like, okay, so if Christiana confronts John and he throws them out of the home, where does the mom expect that she's going to go? I mean, this guy took her in from a crack house. So I'm not quite sure if it's a very good idea to be telling Christiana at this point. But then again, I mean, that's her daughter, so of course she owes her that loyalty. But that whole situation is such a mess, and John is clearly doing something off. He's clearly doing something dodgy to make his money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
John.
John is a legend. not the legend we know.
But it had to be unbearable for the mama when you think that John's house is worse than the crack house. So what's going on? So she was just like, listen here, some strange stuff. John is something ain't right about him.
So yeah, I don't know what, like he says he's doing overtime, all that overtime.
Brian, what are you like? When he was putting the rocks back up, I'm looking like, why would you waste your money on rocks?
Exactly. He's trying to pool his money.
Yeah, so like he was like, well, I put a pool in. I'm looking like it was nothing like special. So it was like, what if you gonna steal money? At least buy something good. It was like he had rocks that he was building.
It's a form of money laundering, I'm sure. It's the same way, like he knew that the first time Christiana came out, and he he used to leave her bundles of money like under trees and in different places on the side of the road. How did you know to do that? A normal person, a proper citizen who's earning a decent living, doesn't think automatically to hide money under brushes and such things. So there's something off with this guy. Something very off. Can't quite put my finger on it, but there's something off.
But he's weird with it. Like everything about him just screams something strange. Even like when I said about the tribal stuff or whatever he was trying to claim, whatever his religion was, it's like, but you're all out of order because he's like all over the place. And then you're hugged up with the sister. So you're like, well, that would be okay in no world, but
yeah, someone likes your name here.
Thank you.
But with John now, when the daughter said she only give them 1 year, the daughter must have know his track record, because for you to he got with his ex-wife's cousin. Look now, he messed around with Christiana. So the daughter must have been seeing all that played out. So let's just see if what the daughter says, if that's what's going to happen. And what do you think about Christiana now messing around with Tara's ex? Was it a baby daddy or something, when she said she messed around with the guy when she was drunk?
So my thought process is like what I kind of stated earlier, was that that's what they do. Because I couldn't understand how she's like, that's my best friend, but how are you guys you're my best friend, but we share, the guys, and there's a conflict there. So I think there's some things going on. And like I said, we have to probably know her a little better to know like why she started using drugs, what happened. Because again, that can't be your best friend if you're sharing a man and you're like, well, come on in here. It's like, it was like more, it almost sounded like the norm. Like, oh, well, I just slept with her baby daddy. Maybe she was paying me back.
As if it's normal. It's like this dysfunction 101. They're highly, highly dysfunctional. That whole family. I'd like to know what the mom's history is as well, because I don't know why I suspect that the mom also had a troubled past. But to me, to be honest, Christiana looks like she's expecting a baby, and if she's been in jail for the past 10 months, clearly it's I don't know what we were doing in prison, but
See, no, you being bad today. I was trying to see green on dead trees because I was like, okay, well, she said she gained some weight. She was eating a lot in jail. The commissary must have been good.
But even her face is swollen. Like how you get edema when you're pregnant. She doesn't look like just normal weight gain. It looks like pregnancy.
But it's been confirmed that she's not, but she does look like she is. But I was like, well, prison food does the works, I guess. But
yeah, I guess so.
She got so big.
I don't know. I haven't been there.
Okay, so what do you think about Puppy, Amber, and Sammy?
So they're scammers, all of them. That's what they do. When they was married to the other guy, he adopted them. I didn't even waste my time to Google it. Like, you can adopt a grown person. So I think they've just been so into scamming. Now Puppy and Amber, like, it's like the same situation. So Amber, like, oh, I don't know how to tell Puppy. You know, Puppy was like real, you know, on the she could break easy. So Amber and Amber's older. So what Puppy said, you gay for the stay. I don't think Amber really gay for real. I think she just needed somebody to cuddle with in jail, and Puppy really fell in love with her, and she should have ended it. But I think she needed somewhere to live, so she went to live with Puppy's mama, and now she still needs somewhere to live. So until she get her stuff all the way on the feet, she kind of leaving Puppy on. I don't think she said, I love Puppy. No, you don't. Because why are you taking her through all that stuff, knowing that she really care for you or want to be with you? And you really been, what's the new guy name? You really want to be with him.
What do you think? What do you think, Nana?
I agree. I think Amber is one of those, you know, those people that are nice, nasty. Like they're nice on the exterior, but within they don't realize that they're actually being nasty to the person that they're treating a certain way, because what she's doing to Puppy is actually cruel, because this girl is in love with her and she knows it, and she's taking advantage of her, and she's claiming that she doesn't want to tell her the truth because she wants to be nice to her, because she's fragile, because she's this, she's that. It's true, Puppy is fragile, but that doesn't mean that the right thing to do is not to tell her what the truth is, because you can see that this girl is she's reeling out of control. You know, she's drinking now. She's probably lost, I don't know, like 30 pounds in 1 month.
Yeah, that's really fast.
Yeah, she's really going through it, because at the end of the day, as a human being, and especially as women, we have very strong intuition. She knows deep down that this girl is not in love with her, but sometimes you just need the person to actually say it to you, you know. So what Amber is doing to her is really, really cruel, and she's doing it in the name of being nice, you know, in the name of being kind to her. It's not kind, it's not. And once this guy comes out of prison, it's going to become a whole other crap show, you know. It's going to become very, very, very messy very quickly. And Amber should be careful, because karma is a bee. You never know what this guy might do to her.
Yeah. But what I saw, say again.
I said it's not gonna work with the new guy either. Like I said, Amber, like you said, like she's a good girl. She's so nice and caring. But I think Amber is, you know, for self. Because again, you're with Puppy because she gave you a place to stay. You was with the other guy because you was like, oh, I really can't have sex with him. He's just so gross. You just like, she's like, you know, I guess she thinks she's up here. Like, girl, but you need these people.
Exactly.
But when I saw Puppy, is like, take me to the liquor store. I ain't going to work. I was like, you about to lose your job. But look, I'm just playing. But Puppy needs to get up. She needs to leave Amber alone. I think she needs to get over Amber, leave Amber alone, try and get her life together, because Amber is getting her life together and you just there reminiscing or thinking about something that would never be. It will never be. And it will, I know Amber's mom was telling her, was trying to give her some good advice. And it's like she just drowning in her sorrows, drinking. No, Puppy. And the thing is, Puppy is not unattractive. I can understand if you're unattractive, you will not be able to find a partner. But you got things going, you got out, you're trying to rehabilitate yourself, just move on. And leave Amber alone, but then this is what it is.
I think it's like you said what Nana said, that she want her to say it. Her intuition say that something's wrong. Because you know when they went out to that bar thingy and everybody like, ooh, Puppy fine, whatever. And she just in the bar like, well, why Amber don't see this? So I think she just like has that connection with Amber because again, I guess jail is hard. So maybe like they just had this like awesome bond. And you know, Amber was there through a traumatic time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no matter what, she needs to move on. Like, you're just wasting your, like, she just, like, why you keep on hurting yourself like that? She just keep on hurting herself over and over.
Yeah, you know, I don't usually feel sorry for too many people. Well, my heart goes out to Puppy. And like I said, I can see because she has those real deep rooted issues. Like, you could just see, like, the pain. Like, when she just talks, you can just see it in her eyes. And Amber just needs to, like, be honest and just say, hey, you know, I just want to be your friend. Can we just be friends? And like this, day for the stay, or whenever it's convenient for you. So Amber need to be nice and, you know, say, hey, puppy, no. But she know what that
Yeah,
means.
it's true that the only way Poppy will move on is if Amber is very honest and open with her. And Queen Bee is right. I mean, that the prison system, because it's not restorative, it's more punitive. It doesn't allow people to come out of there and, you know, have therapy and kind of transition back into society in a way that makes people function properly. Then I suppose if that's not addressed, she's not going to recover well. Like, she's going to go back to drinking or back to taking drugs or back to whatever it is that gives her comfort. But really, it needs to start with Amber being open and honest with her, and just letting her go so she can move on.
And you have to be
guys. Thank you. But one question though, do you all think, like Lacy, Amber got that devil piece?
No, Dee Dee, I don't think it's that.
No, it's not that. It's an attachment. It's an emotional attachment that she has.
just,
Please,
I'm just playing. because there is the puppy is so she's so sprung. That's why I was just wondering. But it was just the thought just crossed my mind.
Maybe that's why she got that nickname Puppy, because she's like a little puppy. Like,
well, yeah, maybe.
Your heart just go out to her because you know something, like you said, it's something deep. And like I said, Amber, you know, playing on her, you're like, girl, you know, it's easier just to say, like, you know, some people you don't play with. You know, even when I used to be doing a little crazy stuff, it's certain people that you be like, you know what, I ain't about to, you know, be responsible for your downfall. Or, you know, some people just can't do that type of, you know, those games.
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely.
Puppy is one that probably kill herself. You know what I'm saying? So you want that on your hands. Puppy is like, that's what I see. When I see Puppy is in pain, like she's literally like hurting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
well, she like they said, she needs therapy, and maybe the prison system needs to do more with the like. In fact, the prison system, as we all know, is broken. No matter what country you're from, is broken. And then they really need to start rehabilitating people and put people back into society than having them not being rehabilitated in there, and then the kind of stuff they get into when they're in there. So let's just hope Puppy, Amber, and her mom don't go back in there. And I hope she gets herself together and she move on with her life, because Amber doesn't have no plans for in her future, or I don't see her in Amber's future. I can see them being friends, but in the future, no. But anyway, ladies, thanks for coming. I just wanted to touch base on that whole situation. And please, anyone out there, stop mistaking love for lust, and be respectful to your elders.
Mm-hmm. That part.
That don't slide in the Caribbean. I don't know for for the other parts of the world. But boy, if I ever did that here or Nana, I'd be probably in the hospital for about 3 weeks before casting my jaw. That whole
You're
thing
lucky.
cast.
At least in the Caribbean, you'd be in hospital. In Africa, you'd be negotiating at the pearly gates. That just doesn't fly.
I can't stand up, you know, I'm in America, so.
But Kia, tell us about your book, though, Kia.
So I was joking today when I realized we were doing 90 Day Fiance today. So my book is called From Pain to Love, My Heart Belongs to Him. And it's about a girl named Destiny. That's why I always have, you know, I love relationship conversations. So the book is about a girl, Destiny, who basically had daddy issues. And she was just falling in love with all the wrong guys. And it just takes a walk through her life to try to figure out how she got there. And one of the chapters is called Jailhouse Pimping. So she was dating two guys in jail. I promise you. So the book From Pain to Love is just like my little baby, my little masterpiece. But I just felt like women around the world needed this story because if you ever watched any of my videos or you see me on this show, I keep it real. A lot of times people lie. They don't want to say that they dated someone in prison, they did this, or they got, with the white turn side chick. It happens. And so in the book was my chance to make it okay for people to understand because we don't like to tell the truth sometimes because people judge us.
So
Right.
shout out, but people, tell them how can people get your book?
They can go on Amazon. Again, it's From Pain to Love by Kia Simone. Search my name. Make sure you get From Pain to Love. It's a lady, and it's a black cover. It says From Pain to Love. It got like a lady shadow. And you can also go on Barnes & Noble.
Someone asked, is it published?
Yes.
Well, Nurse asked.
So yes, I self-published so I can make sure that the book was authentic to Kia Simone. I didn't want nobody telling me what had to be in the book or how, but it will touch your heart. Like I said, I told it all. I talked about mother-daughter relationships. I talked about family dynamics. It's something for everybody in there. And again, I'm not saying it because I wrote it. It's an awesome read.
All right, Kia, shout out your channel and your Instagram.
My channel is Kia Simone, and my Instagram is author.Kia Simone.
All right. Nana, any last words?
Last words. I think Kia said I'm being mean today. Let me just end on an even more mean note. Chevelle needs to get herself some lip balm. What is that?
Nana!
Joking, I thought powder was going to come out of her face. Well, no. It's all love. I'm just going to be a little bit mean because she was mean to her elders. That's just, but it's all love. That situation.
Oh my God. Anyways. All right. Thank you guys for coming. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to leave a comment. So on 3, we're out of here. 1, 2, 3.
Goodbye.
Peace and love. Bye.
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 Bye.